Hi, I'm April from Permaculture Healthy Recipes, and this is a video all about bottled kombucha, so the second ferment. So after you have made kombucha one round with the SCOBY in it, after you can take out your SCOBY and your tea for your next batch, and you've got all this good stuff left over. So what you can do with this is just drink it how it is, and if you're a busy person, that's likely what you'll do. But if you have a few minutes, you can make a second ferment. So that means fermenting it a second time. And that's what I've been doing with this one, which I started yesterday. And that's what I'm going to do with this tea I have here. So I'll show you some ideas, and there's so many, really. Like, there's so many flavor variations you can do, and I'll just show you what I'm doing today and give you some ideas and recipes for all sorts of things that you can try. And this is what a lot of people find exciting about kombucha is, one, you can make bubbles, so this is going to probably be a little bit bubbly when I open it, and two, you can make flavors. So if you stop drinking your sugary carbonated drink of choice and you want to try something different, this is a really great alternative, and it's full of good bacteria that make lots of bubbles. Okay. I have just a few ideas here of things that you can put in. So one of the all-time favorites is ginger. So ginger is a really great flavor for kombucha. Vanilla on its own is also great. And you can put fresh fruit, like this is apple, so you can put apple, pear, blueberries, raspberries, which I have here, oranges, yeah, lots of fresh fruit. And you can also put dried fruit, so I have raisins here. And one of my friends makes a prune and vanilla kombucha, and it's actually quite nice. It's one of the best ones I've tasted, actually. So she'll just put a few prunes in the bottom and some vanilla, like say a quarter teaspoon, and that's how she'll do her second ferment. This one is a raisin vanilla one. So let's see if you can see the raisins get all swollen in there, and they've got some SCOBY stuff stuck to them, which is fine. That's normal. I don't usually eat the raisins. I just let it flavor the kombucha. But Ricky, my husband, he'll eat them. So, let's see, what else? Yeah, those are the main things. Oh yeah, juice. I usually don't do juice, but juice is another thing that you can put in for a quick, easy flavor. One that we have done in the past is blueberry. So putting, like Cultures for Health, for example, they suggest doing 10 to 20% juice and the rest kombucha. So you put in a little bit of juice, like apple juice, blueberry juice, orange juice, maybe it's alright, but it's probably not my favorite, raspberry juice, yeah, all sorts of things, and that'll flavor your kombucha too. So I will show you how I will do it now. So this is my kombucha that I've fermented one time, and I'm going to make a ginger apple one today. So this is my bottle that I'm using. I have used the flip top ones in the past, you know, like this, right? But it's the small lid on the top, but they really let a lot of air out, and so I haven't bothered getting any new ones. So I'm going to do another one in a pasta bottle because it's working so well. Okay, so I've got ginger, so I would possibly have double the amount, except I'm out of ginger, so that's how much ginger I'm putting in there. The other nice thing about this lid is that you can take out this stuff very easily. So with the small lid, things can get stuck inside, and then you say, how am I ever going to get that out? Okay, so we got apple and ginger. And then all you do is pour it in and put a lid on it and wait for 2 days minimum. I'd say, oh, it's so fizzy. The SCOBY I have is so great. It's really good. This is just the first ferment. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to drink the rest, which is fine. Okay, put the lid on, Oh, it doesn't look great. I should probably take the labels off, hey? Okay, so that's gonna sit there. It's fruit, it'll produce alcohol. So I probably won't let it sit for too long. And so, man, that is looking good. Can you see that? I'm just amazed by the bubbles. So the bubbles are all the bacteria releasing carbon dioxide. So that'll sit for 2 days, unless I try it tomorrow, which is possible. So the only warnings with kombucha is, you know how it's building up the bubbles. Well, you have to be careful that if you leave it for a really long time, like over a week, so I wouldn't leave it over a week, really. If you have juice in it, really don't leave it probably over 2-3 days if it's cold at your house, okay? So, because you want to watch out for exploding, because if your lid's tight like this, you know, it'll just keep building and building and building, and if it gets to the extreme, if you totally forgot about it, then really the bottle could explode, okay? So that's one thing you have to watch out for. The other thing is the alcohol content. So if you're using juice or sugary things, like really sugary fruit, for like mango, for example, or even a nice ripe pear, then the sugar will start producing alcohol. So if you're going to give this to your kids, then that's one thing to be aware of. And we have let ours go too far before, and you can kind of smell it when you open it, like, oh, okay, that's a bit different. A bit different than what I was planning. So that's the second warning. So that's about it. After it's nice and fizzy, put it in the fridge if you want it to be at its best. So kombucha is really good cold. Mine hasn't made it to the fridge yet because I just keep drinking it. But it's one of my favorite things in terms of fermented food. So if you want to learn more about fermented food and more healthy recipes using kombucha, kefir, sauerkraut, and not using those things as well, then just subscribe to our email list or visit us on the website, Facebook, or subscribe here on YouTube. And we're going to be putting out videos every Thursday. So hope to see you next time, and happy kombucha drinking.